What's happening, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Dead Stock Media. I want to thank you guys for joining me for this episode, which is actually going to be a special one. We're going to be doing a roundup for the entire month of June and all the additions that we made to the collection. The reason that we're doing this video is because I got lazy and didn't share everything as they came in, but I'm pumped to share 5 new kicks that we added to the mix, and I'm wondering what you happen to think. We've got some basketball shoes, we've got some lifestyle shoes, we've even got one that falls somewhere in the middle. While I think that each one of these kicks is deserving of its own individual video, I'm interested in what you think, so make sure you drop a comment down below. Know that I read them all and I try to interact with everybody as they come in. But without much further delay, let's get to it. With the month of June coming and going in the blink of an eye, I wasn't really able to check in with you guys the way that I would have liked to. That's my fault, and hope to rectify that today. We're gonna jump right in, and the first thing that we're gonna look at are the Yeezy 350 V2s in Onyx Black. Now this is a pretty prototypical Yeezy in the sense of the upper knit material. You have the line coming down, patented boost sole that we all know and love, and then the heel tab that comes and goes on various 350s. I'm not really sure of the pattern there. Now for me, this shoe kind of transports me back to 2015 when the Pirate Blacks originally dropped. I think for a lot of us, those were a grail because Yeezys were hard to come by. You didn't have them as prevalent as they are now. For me, this was a must grab. I'm so glad to have landed them. Shout out the Confirmed app, which has been money for me the entire 2022 year. I highly encourage all of you, if you haven't already, to use that app. I feel like I'm winning at a 50-50 clip, so if you want to increase your odds, definitely check out the Confirmed app. Now the next 2 kicks that we're going to get into are actually from the Jordan brand, and each of these are a model that I don't have very many of in my collection, so I was glad to snag them up. And even more, 2 wins off the sneaker app in the same day made me feel something special. I'm talking about the Rui Hachimura Pack, and we're going to look at the 8s that came in this pack first. I'm going to start off by saying that this 8 is different than any other in my collection, not only from the color and the patterns that you see, but also just the significance of them. Rui Hachimura, this is his first signature Jordan, along with the next shoe that I'm going to show you. Pretty dope. From the almost suede material that lines the upper, the pattern that comes across the straps, and then Rui's logo up on the tongue made in like a felt carpet material. And as we take a look at the sole, you see even more patterns and colors splashed around that really make this distinct shoe pop. The light on light upper, the patterned mudguard that you're checking out here, and even the texture of the side panel and the tongue are pretty awesome. I really like the detailing here. Good job, Jordan brand. And now we get to jump into the other shoe involved in this pack, and I'm talking about the Jordan 36. Now personally, I don't have any other 36s in my collection. This is the first time I've had my hand on these, and now I'm wondering why I don't have more in the collection personally. The materials used are similar to the 8, but very different in organization. Your upper is more of a woven net. You have some suede overlays over the toe and around here on the heel. There are various elements of the shoe that have like a cracked or almost worn look to them. And I can't quite put my finger on it, but they really do add to the aesthetic of this shoe. As we come down, you see carbon fiber along the mid portion of the shoe. It's pretty reminiscent of other Jordans that we've seen. But as we turn over to the sole, I think we're hitting the dopest part of the shoe right here. Not only do you have the Air Jordan logo, the Rui logo, but you also happen to have all these Japanese cherry blossoms that are an element that I haven't seen in Jordans before. Really dope kick, really dope elements that they've added, and I'm a fan. Now, anybody that knows me or knows this channel, you guys know that I'm a big fan of the independently owned and operated SIA collective, and we have 2 of their shoes here to show off for you today. I'm gonna start off with the SSR, which stands for the SIA Sock Runner. And I think the eye-popping appeal is it looks like a Yeezy, but beyond the knit upper and maybe the line going the opposite direction, similarities end there for me. Not only are the heel tab and the lacing elements entirely different, but the sole, instead of being the boost sole or anything that tries to rip that off, it's its own one-piece material, and it's a bit more durable than, say, the Yeezy Boost would be. Beyond the design elements, it's just a really comfortable shoe. The knit material really conforms to your foot well. If you happen to have a wide foot such as myself, it stretches and it's breathable, so it never feels like anybody's handcuffing your feet. The model we have here is known as the Gray Glow, not only for the gray upper, but as we turn the shoe over, I think you can see the translucent bottom. If you take these shoes into the dark, they will glow bright green for you. And I don't mean like 1 or 2 blinks of green. I mean they are consistently and glow hard green. I'm looking out for the next colorway of these because the glowing elements is something that I want to add more to my collection. Not sure why it's so appealing to me. It's like the adult version of having lights on your shoes, but the next level. Now, if you've hung with me for this long, I want to bring out the last pair, which I personally find to be the most interesting. So we have the SIA VV1 bust downs, as they're known. Now, I'm a big fan of the model, the VV1. I have plenty of pairs in the collection already, but this one called out to me for various reasons, and I kind of just want to walk you through why. From the materials used, to the way that they're constructed, to the colorway, there's just a lot of things going on here, man. The color is predominantly pink in a lot of places, very light pink. You have an eggshell accent on the heel here, as well as the strap. There's also a really earthy, almost burlap color on top around the heel. Then you have a dark brown gum bottom to boot. The leather of the upper matches the pink midsole. Your laces are called valedictorian tassels. Pretty interesting look. Not very many other shoes I've seen with that. The strap material, it's a spongy spring feel, and it matches the tongue itself too. As I go down the shoe, we're brought to the toe box, which is remarkably reminiscent of a Dunk or an Air Force One. The difference being that it's a little bit more flat. There's stitching around the outside. It gives it a very distinct look. Off top, I wasn't sure if I was a big fan. Once you put the shoe on, it doesn't look any different than any other shoe would. It's actually a rather appealing look, and when it comes to comfort, it's right there. This is definitely a lifestyle shoe. I wouldn't use it for hooping or running or anything like that. More just going into a function, having kicks on that people are gonna be like, man, you gotta tell me about those. Now, these were pre-order for me. I happened to put in my order, 4 or 5 months ago. Just got these in the mail a few weeks back, and I'm overall happy with the comfort level, the look of them, the aesthetic. I'm not sure what outfit I pair these with necessarily, so if you have any opinions, make sure you hit me with them. Definitely interested. And there you have it, you guys. Quick rundown of the 5 newest additions to my personal collection, and I want to thank you for sticking with me through the entire thing. And if you took anything from this video at all, be sure to drop a like or hit the subscribe button, and then turn on all your notifications so you never have to worry about missing a post. It's been great to catch back up with you guys. This is Tyler with Deadstock Media, signing off.